Hello and welcome back to Making Hope Happen, 100 videos and 100 of my favorite big ideas, tools, and tips for navigating change, mastering transitions, and making dreams come true. It's day 3. I just finished up my workout and it's time for another video. I was gonna say awesome video. I hope they're awesome, but it's only day 3. And before we jump in, I just want to mention that I am personally in the midst of a huge career transition right now, and many, if not all, of the ideas that I'm going to be sharing throughout the course of this challenge, including the last couple of days, are things that I'm actually using to help me navigate my change, master my transition, and make my dreams come true. And today is no exception. Today, we're going to talk about neutral thinking and targeted thinking. Have you heard of them? Neutral thinking and targeted thinking. These two big ideas have been absolutely critical for me over the last 30 days. And without them, I'm not sure I'd actually be doing this video right now or sharing these ideas with you. So there's this guy, his name's Trevor Moawad. He's a mental toughness coach and an author of a book called It Takes What It Takes. And he says that the key to our success in work, in sport, and in life is our ability to practice neutral thinking. Not positive thinking, not negative thinking, but neutral thinking. And he argues that positive thinking is definitely better than negative thinking, but negative thinking never helps. And positive thinking, although it can help, it's inconsistent and it can lead to self-delusion, And Trevor, he claims neutral thinking is how we can more consistently and more effectively gain control of our lives. And based on my case study of doing this, along with targeted thinking, I'd agree. Over the last 30 days, I've definitely noticed it, that I feel a deeper sense of control over my life. And so what exactly is neutral thinking and what is targeted thinking? Well, the neutral thinking, it's accepting the reality of the situation exactly how it is. No judgment, no blaming, no complaining, and no storytelling. I'm really good at storytelling. I don't know about you. But neutral thinking is just observing and accepting what is without any energetic charge to it. And we need to be able to do that to be able to practice really effective targeted thinking. Okay, so targeted thinking is deciding, what do you want to create? Given your current reality, what's your goal? What's your target, right? And that's why it's called targeted thinking, is what's the ideal outcome that you'd love to create for yourself? And what's so appealing to me about both of these ideas, neutral thinking combined with targeted thinking, is that it feels real. It feels true, and I'm in control of my destiny. That's what I love about it. And I'm not a victim to the events or circumstances. It simply acknowledges the past as irreversible, right? It can't be changed with any mantras or any platitudes. It can't be changed. It's the past. And even if I didn't originally choose the situation, the change, the challenge, or the event that showed up in my life, I can choose how I'm going to respond to it. And together, the two of these big ideas, targeted thinking and neutral thinking, can strip away all the internal and external BS of the stories we tell ourselves and put power and responsibility back into our hands. And when we do that, it helps us take the initiative to get what we want and create a more ideal outcome for ourselves. So for example, let's say that you're heading home for the holidays this year, which is very unlikely because of COVID, right? But for example, your flight got canceled, okay? And your flight's canceled. There's no amount of negativity that's gonna help you get to your destination any quicker. None, right? And Positive thinking, now that can help you feel better in the moment, but the fact remains, your flight's canceled, right? So we want to practice neutral thinking, accept the reality as it is. My flight's canceled. Okay. Now, targeted thinking. What do you want? Well, I want to be home for Christmas. All right, so you want to be home for Christmas. That's the target, that's the goal. So, given your current reality and where you're at, neutral thinking, and the ideal outcome that you want, targeted thinking, what's the next baby step you could take that would increase the likelihood of that outcome? Well, I need to find out if there's another flight, maybe, right? So maybe this one's canceled, but maybe there's another one. I could look into that. Maybe there's a bus, maybe there's a train. Awesome, right? All of these different potential options in this scenario. And all we have to do is take action on one of those, right? So that's one example. Another one might be that, let's say that your company has a new computer system being installed and you don't believe it's going to help. In that scenario, there's no amount of negative thinking or pretend positive thinking that's going to make the transition any easier for you or anyone on your team. So the reality is, and the neutral thinking is that the decision's been made. And given the situation, what do you want? What's the target? Given the reality that I'm in right now, what is an ideal outcome that's in my sense of control that I could move towards? Well, let's see. I still want to do a really good job. It matters to me that I do good work. And I want to continue to have a positive impact on those around me. So knowing that, that's my target. I want to do good work. I want to have a positive impact on the people on my team. I could see if there's maybe any online resources about this particular system to start learning about it right now, right? There's tons of YouTube stuff on almost everything out there. Is there anything out there that I could be looking into? So that's another example. And let's think about one more. So let's say that your wife, after 15 years of marriage, oh, this isn't funny, but let's say that your wife, after 15 years of marriage, she's got a boyfriend in Peru and she's leaving you, right? And again, no amount of negativity, no self-blame, no criticism is going to help in this scenario. The situation is what it is. Like it or not, now what, right? So this is a situation. She has a boyfriend in Peru. She's leaving. What do I want? Well, maybe I don't know what I want, right? Maybe I'm not sure. Well, I don't want her to leave, right? But that's not really totally in my control. She's already made that decision. But maybe I don't know what I want yet. And so maybe the next best thing for me to do would be to get off the grid, go out into nature for a few days and let kind of the shock kind of wear off and allow some of that emotional charge to just move through me before I determine my next step, right? So that might be the next closest step you can make to help you take back your power, take back your responsibility, practice neutral thinking, and practice targeted thinking. And for me, using these two big ideas in my current situation, neutral thinking and targeted thinking, I find that neutral thinking actually, it grounds me. It calms my mind down. It reduces the energetic charge of the situation, which then relaxes my nervous system, right? And it helps my body kind of shift out of that fight or flight response. And neutral thinking helps me create the space, really, to connect with my own internal wisdom and my higher power, right? And so you've got it too. You have the internal wisdom. If you pause and you get out of that fight or flight, you can connect to that wisdom within and to that higher power so you can get the guidance, really, really true, authentic guidance, not what other people are telling you, not what some sort of blog tells you should do, but your own internal guidance. And then you can practice that targeted thinking, that you have a deep connection with your inner wisdom and your higher power. And now you can say, what do I want, right? Given the facts, checking in with my internal guiding system, checking in with my higher power, what do I want to create here? What do I want to create? And what next step could I take, right? What do I want to create? And what's the next step I can take right now? So What challenges or changes are you navigating right now? Maybe it's the kids at home with COVID. Maybe it's not being able to travel for holidays. Maybe you're working remote now. That's a huge transition. Maybe leadership on your team has changed. Oh my gosh, think of all the people in the restaurant business who their careers are changing, right? It's we don't know when COVID's going to end. So what are they going to do now, right? It's no longer a bartender's not really needed that much right now. So what are they going to do? Are you approaching your challenges, the changes that you're navigating right now, with positive thinking, negative thinking, or neutral thinking? Positive thinking, yeah, it can make you feel good in the moment. Negative thinking never helps. Neutral thinking. If you're anything like me, you might find yourself kind of bouncing between all three of those things. And that's okay. It's totally normal. And with mindful practice, you'll get better at it. I promise. So that's it for today. Neutral thinking, targeted thinking, and versus positive and negative thinking. I hope you got some value out of it. Thanks for watching. This is day 3 of the 100-day Making Hope Challenge. If you did get value, please let me know. Give me a thumbs up. Leave a comment below. I love seeing those show up. It's super helpful for me to stay on this journey. 100 days is a long time. And putting together these ideas of like, what am I going to talk about today? It's a good challenge. It's kind of stressful, but having your support helps me show up, even if it sucks. So I'd love to know what resonated with you most today and how you plan to use it. And if you think that someone else would benefit from this video and the series that I'm putting together, we've got 97 more days to go. And I'm on a mission to help build a happier, healthier, more loving world, one soul at a time. And I sincerely appreciate you being on this journey with me. And if you could help me find my people, that'd be awesome. That's it. I hope you have an awesome day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Day 3. Let's go.